like, not this will blow over, but like, it's funny. It is, if I take myself outside of it, it is funny.
It's almost like, I'm surprised that audio didn't, Chris should have put that out or something.
I gotta ask him for it.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, because it would have been actually almost good for that audio to go out, but maybe Chris has wanted to keep it because it's property of the club or something. I have no.
He never, I don't know they were recording it,
but it would have been something. It would have been something because you literally address it and be like, "Hey, before the media gets a hold of this, my name's on fucking CNN,
and
Fox News, and all these papers and all this shit. Here's something else to go along with it, and it might describe, what happened.
It'd be interesting.
Or your
to hear.
feelings, or your perspective.
Yeah.
Show a little bit of you.
It'd be interesting to hear that because that was the night it happened, and since then that changed me quite a bit.
Yeah, because
I'd be interested to hear myself.
Because you were a little bit like, you were jokey, right?
Yeah.
And you weren't standoffish. You weren't like, fuck this, fuck that.
Yeah.
You were just like, I made a mistake, but it was unique. The audio was certainly unique. Here he is.
Hey. Oh, they opened them?
Yeah.
Fuckers. He said, don't open.
Little Trulies for shit.
The stand. The staff at the stand. What a bunch of jerk-offs.
Oh, my God.
No.
Wait, I didn't say that. By the way, I walked into the stand today. I didn't let in CeeLo Green. It was me and CeeLo Green trying to get to the stand. And I'm like, I thought it was locked because I got out of the car and Chris is walking.
CeeLo's over there?
No, he was. It was just him and I and Chris. It would have been if I let CeeLo in because CeeLo wanted a sandwich. And I was just like, I think the place is locked. He's like, it's closed. I'm
How
like,
sure are you it was CeeLo Green?
It was CeeLo Green. He came out of a black SUV wearing all green.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wearing sandals like
he was
just
coming
came
from
Jamaica.
The music video? He was in all green? You just saw a black guy.
No, I didn't. I saw. No, come on. He had he has this iconic tattoo, not an icon.
Oh, okay.
But he has this
recognizable
tattoo.
Yeah, it's iconic, dude. Don't
driving downtown with the girl I love, that kind of song. Yeah, it was him.
But yeah, that night, and I still maintain. I try not to ever shit on SNL. I wanted that job.
Yeah,
I would look like a pussy if I was like, actually, that show sucks.
Wasn't there a point though, like maybe Lauren Michaels or representatives from, they're like, let's just make it 2 fucking Weekend Update.
Yeah. That was something. They were like, if we can get you to the desk, people can see you're a normal person.
What happened transpired between that?
It was just too much pressure. I think they had like sponsors and shit be like, get rid of this guy. I think NBC was like, I don't know. I can't speak on that. I genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So does cancel, I've been asking guys this, and I don't really like the hack. And so it's the same question.
Yeah.
For you, Shane Gillis, whose experiences.
Yeah.
Cancel culture exists?
It certainly does, but I don't know. You can, thankfully with the internet and all that, you can do your own thing. It just takes you out of the path we all started on is what we wanted. It was like, movies, that'd be cool. TV, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
All this stuff. But then once you find out you can't do that anymore, you just got to do it yourself.
Right.
That's cool.
Isn't it great how people just like kind of galvanized around you, your friends?
It is.
People in the comic
community. Hell yeah.
Fans. That's got to be uplifting as hell.
It was uplifting. It makes me uncomfortable.
Why?
It's a lot of
love.
A lot of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking, I think it's a really, and I know you've heard this about like sometimes you'll do like those morning radio shows when you're on the road, and those, DJs will just ask you like, getting canceled really worked out. It really worked out for you, guy.
Yeah, that always bothered me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if I sucked at stand-up, it would have been hard.
Oh, yeah.
If I was bad at comedy, getting canceled would have killed me.
You know what really solidified that for me? Because I love their radio show and they're really good, great chemistry. Big J and Dan Soder on the Bonfire, right?
They started me here. 100%.
Once I heard the story, and I'm way the fuck out there. I used to be a New Yorker, but I'm way the fuck out there. I'm like, what's going on? I'm interested in the comedy community, and I always thought you were funny. But when those guys came on air the next day after that story broke, they were just like, Shane will be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. It's coming from those guys.
Yeah.
I believe it because they're veterans. They're talented dudes.
Yeah. Those guys are the best.
And at that time, you weren't at the position you are now.
No. I was new. I was brand new.
Yeah.
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 I hadn't started headlining really. I was brand new in comedy.
I mean, I guess that people galvanizing around you really it really did give you some momentum.
It did give me momentum, but here's what it did. It put a spotlight on me, and I had to prove whether or not I was good.
Right. It forced you to be good.
That's the little thing that, like, because I don't want to come out and say, like, no, I had to be good to get this. You know, that's the thing where it's like, oh, that helped because everybody was like, no, he's good. It's like, no, they wouldn't have done that if I wasn't good. That's the hard part. Now, there would have been people that were like, this guy rules, fuck liberals. Without a doubt. And by the way, shout out to those dudes. Those dudes are funny. But yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. And I think there was I read a quote that somebody said about you, I think from the Montreal Comedy Festival, about how you have this, I don't know, he had a great quote, I'm paraphrasing it, but you have this like post-jock energy about you.
Yeah.
Which is like, you're like the guy in every fucking clique of bros that hang out that everybody wants to go to be around because you got this vibe energy. Well, it really works out for your career.
Sure.
And your presentation on stage.
Sure.
Because you're a tall man, you're a menacing dude, but you're
menacing.
You're a menacing dude, but you're cuddly. You got this cuddly vibe about you.
Yeah, fat.
I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were hopping in. Just watch. Something happened.
Yeah, did we screw up?
Yeah, I grew up playing sports and everyone around. Yeah. That's the thing. All these other comics didn't. Yeah. Most of them.
Yeah.
So it's easy to come in and be like, they're like, oh, you're the jock.
How do you
guys are just fucking dorks.
How do you get a football scholarship? Did you get a football scholarship to West Point?
I did, but everybody that goes to West Point gets a scholarship. And
so it's like almost just like I can try out for the team.
No, they asked me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you were a good football player.
I was in high school, and then I sucked in college.
What?
So maybe I wasn't good in high school. I was just playing on. I was just big on a small school.
Yeah. You're a giant Notre Dame fan too.
Yes.
And you just
the Irish. Just took my dad out there.
You just went really to nice. Yeah. Was that your first pilgrimage to?
No, I go every year.
Really?
Yeah. For forever.
Is that like in your blood? That team?
Yeah, my grandpa played and my cousin played. So my family's obsessed. Yeah.
Oh, you're really for Notre Dame?
Yeah.
No shit.
But this was nice because my dad hasn't seen since SNL. SNL was the first thing I was able to like call my dad.
Yeah.
And my mom and be like, "Hey, I'm on Saturday Night Live."
Hey,
it was the first thing in comedy they were ever like, "Oh, we know what that is."
Shane's doing good. Shane is doing good. Right.
And then of course I got canceled. Which, by the way, they stood by me. They weren't like, "This is terrible." They were like, "Fuck them." Yeah. They were like very like defensive. It was nice. But then you'll tell them stuff. You'll be like, "Hey, I'm headlining Hilarities in Cleveland." They're like, how much are they paying you? And then it's funny now. Now I'm like, you want to know how much they're paying? My dad's like, shut the fuck up. But it was nice to take him out to Notre Dame. We went on the field before the game.
Yeah.
We got to meet a bunch of all these guys. We got to meet fucking Jerome Bettis.
Wow.
Got him great seats. And this was like one of the first times. Actually, yeah. This was one of the first times my dad's been like, oh, no, you're doing well.
Wow.
Like, nice.
Yeah, that.
People know who you are.
Coming from a Notre Dame family. That's a different, I got Alabama and I went to West Virginia. I mean,
hell yeah.
Who gives a shit about it?
No, West Virginia rules.
It does. Yeah, they're partiers. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we burn couches. And
Morgantown. Me and my dad went to Notre Dame, West Virginia back in the day.
Oh, really?
At West Virginia.
Yeah. Oh,
it was like 2001.
Yeah, it was after I was there. I think I probably watched the game. I don't know.
It was at West Virginia. It was great. There was these three dudes from West Virginia sitting in front. This is when my cousin was on the team. We went with my uncle, who's like 6'5". He's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And a guy, Gary Godsey, he was on the team. His dad, who was a monster. And this fat fucking West Virginia guy came out of like, the way I'm remembering it is it was a trailer. I don't know what it was. He was just standing on a porch with shaved head and the top said, fuck Notre Dame. And he was like, hey, fuck Notre Dame. And then he put his head down. And my dad,
that was his joke for an entire weekend.
Fight him. Yeah. My dad like tried to fight him. My uncle like held my dad back. It was in like 5th grade. Like, what the fuck? And then we get into the game, and there's these 3 West Virginia fans sitting in front of us, and we were behind Notre Dame's sideline. And at the beginning of the game, it was Bob Davies. He was the head coach of Notre Dame, and they're like, "Davies, you suck." They were saying the worst shit in the world. They're like, fucking Catholics, fucking black people, fuck you, all that shit. And then Notre Dame started killing them, and then they were like, "Davies, call the dogs off." They're like, come on, man, call off the dogs. One of the funniest lines I've ever heard at a game.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I mean, West Virginia, that stadium and that football team,
incredible.
It's the Yankees of that.
Yeah,
that
shit's awesome.
That's all they fucking got.
I love college football.
Yeah.
West Virginia is awesome.
Yeah, it's a great.
All those schools that are the only thing the town has.
Yeah,
it's great.
Great college town.
Yeah,
I would. I mean, if I ever have kids and I'm
unless it's a daughter,
I'm running out of time. Yeah, I'm not sending her.
Not sending my fucking daughter to West Virginia. No. Jesus Christ.
No. But yeah.
Hey, you want to get raped?
Oh, dude, I've driven around out there.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in college, you little fucking.
Sure.
You're just like, I'm gonna go explore. There are actually fucking towns that are completely deserted.
Ooh, don't go in there.
Tumbleweeds. There's not a person in them.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like old coal mining towns.
Yeah.
In the back.
Terrifying.
Yeah, that shit exists. And I was like, eesh, different part of the world. But it's good. It's got character, you know?
Of course.
I was going to give you a ribbon about fucking Notre Dame, but now that I know you have family member that went there, I don't want to do that.
No, go ahead. Try.
I don't think Notre Dame's ever going to win a national championship in your lifetime. I feel like.
You remember when they beat West Virginia to win their last one?
A long time ago.
88. I was alive.
Yeah. I mean, but what do you think? I mean, do you think?
Yeah, fuck it. Depends how long I live, but yeah. No. They're right there. What are you talking about? They made the playoffs already. They've made the playoffs more than any other team.
It's the NIL thing that's going to do it for them.
I don't know. That does open the door.
It does open the door.
Yeah. But here's the problem with Notre Dame is they're always like holier than thou.
Yeah, the getting into the school.
They might be one of those teams that's like, money's bad for college. We're not going to do it. Meanwhile, Texas A&M is going to spend $1 billion.
Yeah, I know.
But at least it opens the door.
Yeah.
Saban will die. Alabama will be gone. There's a chance.
Yeah, it's always like
who knows with the new
Georgia might pick up the
Georgia is picking up if the two super conferences that are going to form Big Ten and SEC.
Notre Dame goes to the Big Ten, ACC.
I would say Big Ten because the ACC is garbage.
Yeah,
but who knows what happens in college football?
Yeah.
If there's two conferences,
I used to be a Notre Dame fan when I was a kid before I went to West Virginia.
Was.
Yeah.
And then they go to college and rebel, dude. Yeah. You'll be back.
Yeah. My brother made we called it the trip, you know, like the trip to Mecca almost.
Yeah.
And he made it and he just raves about it.
It's incredible.
The guy will tell it for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Getting back to the stand, I know we're